So if you want to replace the fuel pump in the XC90 without taking the rear seats, which is a complicated process because you have to take off these screws all around, and in order to get behind, you're gonna have to take off these panels here, the top panel, the side panel, and this entire panel here. Okay, so take off this panel here, just take them off with your hand, take off a couple of screws here and there, and you have to do this on both sides. So take off that upper panel, this thing, this panel here, just pull it off with your hand, then you'll be able to take off the side panel. Anyway, if you want to do it the easy way, and not monkey around with the rear seats, or if you don't have rear seats, you can just roll this carpet back, and I don't think you have to take off the panels for that. Anyway, what I did was I just made a cut in my carpet, because most of the times the seats are down anyway, the third row seats, so I don't use them that often, and I made a cut along here, and along here, and then I cut in the middle over here. So once you put the carpet back, it's not that visible. Anyway, you can roll the carpet back and gain access to the fuel pump access door, which is right over here. Now the other half of the fuel, when you're replacing the fuel pump, what you need to do is open up the access door on the driver's side, which what I have done is, again, I cut the carpet along here, and then along here you pull the carpet back like this, and the carpet is actually split right underneath the seat. So after you remove the second row seat, you just pull this carpet back like this, and take off the styrofoam, and you'll see the access door. Okay, so this styrofoam comes out, and there's the access to the second half of the fuel tank, where there is a secondary fuel level sender and a little hose that connect. Now, once you take this off, there is a little ring that screws on top. So what I have done is, there is a tool that you can get for like $40. What I have done is I went to Home Depot and I purchased this connection like this, and I cut notches in it. There is 18 notches, so you just have to split it equally and cut larger notches so you have a little wiggle room, and you just slide this over the ring, and you can see there is like a seat rest bar that is in the way. So what I have done is I actually made a cut like this, so I could fit it underneath like that, and just put a little screwdriver across and use a crowbar as a lever to unscrew this. It's on really tight, so you have to fight with it a little bit, but so that's the hard part, I guess. When you put it back, you just make sure you use some Vaseline and stuff like that in the threads to when you screw it back on. It's not that as difficult as when it first comes out. And yeah, so I'm ready to put everything back, and I've replaced my fuel pump already. so I'm hoping there will be no more issues with it. I used to have a nasty gas leak. The pump was malfunctioning and the gas was coming from the top of it, so it was quite annoying to smell the gas, and it would have failed eventually anyway, so I just replaced it. And hoping it worked out well. So in a few days, if there are no more problems, I'm just gonna put the passenger seats back in and call it a day. Alright, thank you. Okay, here's the old pump that I took out that needed to be replaced. It was leaking right up here, so there's fluid coming out of here. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you was that this little piece that goes to the other half of the tank, I couldn't get it out. I was having trouble pulling it out, and the reason was because this piece was getting caught inside the tank somewhere. So what I did finally was, you can do this too, you can just either flip this piece over like this, so it kind of, see how it eliminates this little bump, and this will help you get it out of the tank. Otherwise, what you can do is just tape some type of, you know, filler here so it's nice and smooth, so when it's inside the tank and you're trying to pull it out or stick it back in, pull it in with a wire, it's not gonna get caught. And that's really the one of the complications that I had, but I was able to resolve it anyway. Just remember, when you're pulling this piece out, when you first pull the pump out and you start pulling this, make sure you tie a piece of something here, a piece of chain or a piece of string to this before you pull it out of the tank, because you're gonna use that string later. It's gonna come out the other half, the hole where the pump is, so that when you stick the new fuel pump in, you begin with putting this inside and then pulling it on the other side with your string. So this way, this is all inside the tank. It has to come out on the other hole, on the driver's side access door for the fuel pump. That's where you're gonna attach this piece. Anyway, one last piece of information. Thanks.